So second game of the day is the primary club against the Greeniez. I think the Greenies are from Lismore area. Primary club are from Sydney. And we welcome Andrew Percy for the first time this weekend.
Good morning, very excited here to see the South Sydney champions, the Primary Club of Australia. Won a great game at North Sydney Oval earlier in the year to be crowned the Sydney champions. We've got Damien opening the bowling.
And am I right in saying that Damien was the number 7 ranked bowler in the world a few years ago?
Yeah, he definitely would have been up there. He's a quality bowler. He played in the Sydney Super Series that we had a couple of years back now, and he was in the winning team. And he was definitely one of the star players in that side.
And you can tell it's an early Sunday morning because he's just taking a gentle amble in.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he had that ball just curling back in nicely. And the primary club won a fairly significant game at North Sydney Oval recently.
Yeah, so that was our Sydney final, which was a great experience for the guys, being able to play at such a great ground. It was a very close final, so we had probably most of the guys here were playing in that game, which is great to see.
So when you say it was a Sydney final, is that a combination of all of your leagues into a major final?
Yeah, so we have what we call regional winners in different parts of Sydney, and as we get towards the end of the year, they all play off until we've got 2 sides left. So the primary club were our midweek champions, and they went up against the southwest champions, which was a side called Boldover from the Shire.
So was it a bit of a turn up for Boldover to be there, or they were always up there and abouts? Because most of the teams that us north of the border hear about is Oceans 12, Spider Monkeys.
Yeah, they probably came through a little bit of an easier side of the draw up until they got to around the sort of quarter-final stage, and then probably would have gone into the matches as the underdogs and caused a couple of upsets. They're in front for a long period of the game actually in the final too, until a player who's playing in the next game, who was playing for Primary Club, Ben Haynes, he took a hat-trick, which is fantastic, at North Sydney Oval, and completely changed the momentum of the game, and Primary Club went on to win it.
So are you saying that your team, the Daily Batters, playing next,
Yes.
stole a player from the Primary Club?
Look, he plays with both. He's played probably most of his cricket for the Daily Batters now.
So you stole a player from your boss's team?
Yeah, look, it's
How did that go down? How did that conversation go?
Pretty unpopular.
That's a great shot over mid-off for 6.
Yeah, excellent shot there. This is Toby Llewellyn is bowling now. It was pretty unpopular, but I don't know, one of our mates, and the choice was up to him, so he decided to play with us. But
for reference, Andrew's boss is sitting right behind us, having a bit of a smirk.
But Primary Club, very stacked side today anyway, so they'll no doubt do well. I don't know a lot about the Greenies side, but from Lismore, so it'll be interesting to see how they go. I know Andy Levitt thinks that they're a good chance to go deep into the tournament.
It's their first show here on the Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's obviously been a tough few days, but it's great to finally get some cricket on. I know everyone's excited for the day ahead.
And as I said in the first game, we can actually see the mountains. It's a beautiful ground. We just need somebody in the area to bring a mower down. Oh, that's 6. Good shot. That just eased it.
Yeah, so he's taken a Toby a bit here. So we had Frito was great in his first over, just going for 4 overs. Toby's gone for 14 so far with 1 ball to go. Jimmy Hort's on 15 off only 6 deliveries, so he's really settling in now. So a lot of pressure here on Toby for his last delivery of the over.
So do you think the captain will call Toby his spell? This is it, mate.
Might
go and have a rest.
Break there, so you're not sure what Trent will be thinking. Looks like who's coming on. So we've got Damien Langley. He's going to come on for his first over. His stalwart of the Primary Club side, played a lot of LMS. One of the real stayers for primary club. So great to have him here playing at his first. I'm pretty sure this is his first nationals.
And primary club enter a team every nationals?
This is debut nationals. I'm pretty sure they've had.
Welcome. Welcome,
Yeah.
Damien.
Yeah, unlucky there. Big shot. Primary club. This is their first nationals. They've had a few guys who have played at several nationals. Trent Thompson at the captain, wicket keeper. He's played in several now. A couple of the other guys on debut though.
Oh, another 6. Oh. It's not a real good start for Damien, unfortunately. The 2 opening batters for the Greenies, geez, they don't mind going big early, do they?
Yeah, well, they're both 15 off 7 and 15 off 5, so both started really well now, already moving on to 31 runs off 2.2 overs, so very fast start here.
And we are playing a 10 over game. Oh,
He's
another
gone
6.
again.
That's big, and that's actually in the car park. Oh, and
It's hit something.
it's hit something, unfortunately. Thankfully, Rob's car is parked way behind square where the ball cannot land.
Yeah, it's I don't know what Trent's going to do here.
That's probably the biggest 6 of the weekend so far. Hamish has 21 off 6.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Trent goes back to Damien Fredham here. Going for 4 runs off his opening over. The other 2 have been expensive to date. We're just trying to recover the ball at the moment, which looks like it's making its way back out onto the field. So 3 6s in a row here for Hamish Clutcher.
They just need to check the ball, Neil, just to see if there's no glass in that ball, because it sounded like it hit something. Oh, played a miss outside off stump. It looks like he's very dominant to the leg side. I haven't seen too much through the offside from these 2 batters yet. Oh, that's a wide. And Trent doesn't look like he really wants to chase that. A soccer injury, he tells us.
Yes. No, he's just trying to push that. I mean, picking up on that leg side play, so he's trying to push it to the offside there, but got it wrong, Damien, on that occasion. So this will be a free hit.
No ball off the pitch. And they didn't take the single that was on offer.
Yeah, it was interesting. He's obviously feeling very confident.
Hamish is like, no, I earned it. Oh, he's gone the switch hit. And he's going to amble through for a leg bye. Talk about hogging the strike here, Hamish.
So, huge start here for Lismore's Greenies. They move to 39 after 3 overs.
Are we playing 8 or 10? Yeah, I thought so too.
Should be.
Okay. Just, I thought I saw him signal power play after an over, so I just wanted to double check. We'll soon find out when they go off, but I would have thought 10 overs now.
So we've got Ronnie Corbett coming on for his first over.
There you go. Pitch it up, put it in the block hole, and Hamish just takes the single straight down the middle.
Ronnie's a former Australian champ with the tradies you can't trust. Such a shame tradies aren't here this year, but hopefully we'll see them at the next ones.
From what I hear, their best player is here. Jordan Renault is telling everybody that he is the tradies linchpin and that they're nothing without him, and he has jumped ship for this tournament to the second 11.
Well, there's no one here to dispute it, so we're just going to have to go with Trigger there.
So just to confirm, we're playing an 8 over game here. But yeah, Trigger hit a beautiful cover drive for 6 yesterday, and all he did was remind us about it for the next 3 hours. It's a great start here by Ronnie Corbett. 3 singles. After some of the carnage that's been happening in the previous overs. Yeah, that's 6 more. Hamish, I think, is almost close to being done. Yep, that'll be Hamish's retirement off 12 deliveries.
What a start there for Greeniez. Exceptional hitting from Hamish. 4 6s in his 30.
He seemed to like them pitched up in the slot outside off stump or just around the stumps, and just seemed to punish them over cow straight. I think if I was the bowler, I'd be testing out his chin.
Can you do that, Matt?
I can.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind doing it. I'm a bit of a... I get serious white line fever and don't like being hit back over my head.
Right, okay. Alright, so we've got Grant Barnes, known as Gumby, coming on for his first over here.
No, he can't be that much.
Yeah. I've got to quickly run off.
Looking to advance down the wicket a lot here, the Greenies. Very attacking with the batting. They've really set a platform now as they move on to 50 runs. That's full delivery. Hasn't quite got all of it. That'll be 4 runs. So not what the primary club are looking for there. And so we've got the new batsman is Isaac Durix at the crease. So he's joining Jimmy Hort, who's 18 off 10. So you may be able to see a bit of an unusual hat around Grant's neck. The primary club boys took the opportunity to play golf yesterday with the games rained out, and Grant came last, hence the headwear.
Remember that after last year.
Nice there from Gumby, bowling well now.
So the Greenies going at close to 11, 12 and over. 54 after 4.4. And that's probably going to plug and they can run 2.
Excellent over there from Grant. 7 runs from it. So stopped the momentum somewhat, which you can see happening with these early retirements, with Hamish going out for his 30.
Yeah, so Ronnie Corbett and Grant, 2 really good overs in a row. I think there was 4 off one and 5 off another.
Yep. So it looks like we've got, it's Matt Warby coming on to bowl, so primary club are sharing around the overs at this stage.
So
it'll
primary
be the-
club are here for the spirit of the tournament,
Yes.
giving everyone a bowl. They must, maybe Trent learnt that from you. Isn't that what the daily batters do?
We like doing that, yes.
Share it around?
Absolutely.
I think it's a really good way to play. Give everyone a bat, everyone a bowl as they can.
Yeah, I think with these revised formats, it's good to make sure everyone gets the opportunity to contribute. So
Jimmy Hort onto 22 off 11 balls as the Greenies go to 60 off their 5 overs. We could be pushing a score of 80 to 90 here. And who's the batters for the primary club who you'd be relying on to chase this target down?
they bat deep, so they're probably Ronnie would be one of the better bats, and Tomo, and Damien Langley. They're probably the 3 most notable batsmen. But then you've got a couple of guys who can really
Another
accelerate. So Toby.
Looking at this batting effort that's happening now, they're going to need them all.
Absolutely, yeah. But that is the beauty of the revised formats balance, I guess. You can just, with so many wickets in hand and few overs to play with, you can be super aggressive. That's
A
much
very
needed
rare
dot.
dot ball. Oh, no ball. And it goes to the boundary. Oh, no, he doesn't. Great save.
So it must be a front foot no ball there, which is a very short run up, very disappointing for the bowler there. So it'll be a free hit here.
Free hit for a front foot. Oh, no, he's knocked the bail off with his foot.
Ah, okay.
That is
yes.
why. It's an unusual rule change. There was a rule change about 3 to 4 years ago where it used to be a dead ball, but now it's a no ball. Unsure why they would change that. I would have thought dead ball, do it again. And he recovers well.
Great comeback there from Warby.
Some interesting rule changes of late. One that actually I think came in as of the 1st of October in regards to the man-cad now just being a run-out. I think it's going to become a bit more prevalent in the coming years. Oh, slashed out over point. So I see that the fielder out backward point has something around his neck. Is that a gimmick for a crazy act he's done?
It was to do with him losing golf yesterday. So they
Losing
played
golf.
golf with the rain off. So unfortunately, Grant didn't perform too well with the sticks. Hopefully, he can do a bit better with the bat later.
And for his efforts at golf yesterday, he has to wear what I can only describe as a kid's hat around his neck.
I don't know how long he's got to wear it for. I saw him out in the town last night wearing it, which was interesting. But yeah, it looks like it carries over to today's fixture.
Full value.
Yeah, absolutely. So Greeniez, great start, 67 after 6 overs. They'll be looking to capitalise on their start here in the last 2 overs.
And Fritter is back for his second. Oh, Trent. He won't be happy with that effort. If I was Grant, I'd be running in with that thing to put around Trent's neck for letting a bye through.
Be interesting as the day goes on. We'll get a better idea on what past scores will be. Couldn't gauge much from that opening game, but
That's 6.
yeah.
I mean, we brought the boundaries in a little bit from yesterday, but I even still think that would have been 6 yesterday.
So that's Jimmy's retirement. So he was finished on 34 off 15 deliveries. It's an interesting little period now. We have Isaac at the crease, who is 7 off 7, and he's been joined by Barry Franks. Isaac yet to really get going, and Barry fresh at the crease as we enter the final stages of the innings.
And he doesn't waste any time whacking one down to mid-on. Barry looks like he can hit a big ball too, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
So is this one of your teammates walking around? No?
Yes,
It's
Scott Hocking arriving.
It's a pretty colourful uniform.
Yeah, he'll be one of the fresher mans at the tournament. He's literally just arrived in Wollongong, so hasn't been out and about the last couple of nights like the rest of us.
Having some cups of tea.
Absolutely.
Lots of cups of tea consumed down here
Plenty.
this weekend. Oh, well bowled, Fritter. So do you guys still wear the flannelette hats? Or you moved on from those?
They're around. I think a few have gone missing. One of the guys is coming over in his, but the other 2 appear to be missing those.
And you still have the ritual that everyone comes in for the high 10 every wicket?
High 10s every wicket. Got to
Every
celebrate.
wicket. Got to celebrate. Celebrate greatness, I'm told.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. Some games you don't get to come in very often, but we've got Toby coming back on for the last over here. So that was a good finish. So Frito 13 runs from his 2 overs. So excellent spell there from Frito.
77 after 7.
Yeah.
Oh, Edge, that's probably not even going to go. Gonna stop. Oh no, it just rolls over the boundary.
Yeah, 4 runs. Gumby signals. Unlucky there for Toby with the edge, but Primary have turned things around a bit here in the last few overs after that really fast start.
I've completely... Oh, down to mid-off. Down for a single. They certainly have dried them up in the last couple of overs once the openers have retired. The runs have stopped flowing.
Hold him. It's the first wicket of the innings. So Toby Llewellyn bowling Isaac.
Isaac was almost standing at square leg when he was trying to hit that one.
Yep. Tough here for the batsman coming in for the last ball of the innings.
Can he do the 1200 strike rate? Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen.
It's a big call from Trent Thompson to bring Toby. It was expensive in his first over, but he's doing a job here, just conceding the 5 runs from his 4 deliveries in his final over.
Last ball in his home run in play. Oh, and it's a dot.
Excellent delivery there from Toby.
All that build up for a dot.
So, Greeniez, 1 for 82 after their 8 overs. So we have had to reduce to 8 overs this morning. The sun is coming out here in Wollongong, which we know everyone will be rapt to hear, especially the teams that are down here. So we're going to get some play in today. Got there's 9 games on here today, so we'll have 18 sides coming out and playing their first matches of the tournament.
And with the start of daylight savings, it actually gives us an extra hour.
Yes, absolutely.
But what it did do is it reduced an hour's sleep that a lot of people have had last night.
Yeah, I saw that clock change this morning. It was disappointing.
It was very disappointing.
Yeah.
I realised that at about 11:30 last night that it was actually 12:30.
Yes.
Like, yeah, this isn't a great idea.
I'll appreciate it later in the week, but right now it was
Not right
difficult
now.
today.
We're going to head back home to Brisbane and we go back to normal time.
Normal time.
Normal time? Real time? Not this fake daylight savings time.
It's very popular here. We love it. We get to play the midweek leagues, which we wouldn't be able to do otherwise, which is how Primary Club have progressed through to be the Sydney champs with our midweek competitions over summer.
So your midweek leagues, they're all played in daylight?
Yes, we play 5:30 in the afternoon. We play from start of November till late Feb, start of March. So yeah, it can be a little tight at the start and the end of the season with daylight, but it's great to be able to do turn up after work and catch up with the guys and.
So over rates are really important in those games.
Absolutely, yes.
So,
To have a
so what
bit
time?
of social.
Normally light until about 8 o'clock?
Yeah. So there's plenty of time to get the matches through, and then plenty of time to have a beer afterwards midweek. And I know a lot of our guys that either freeze them up at the weekend or guys that really, we have a lot of teams that play both midweek and on Sundays, which is great to be able to do. Only being the 2 hours means it's not a huge commitment, which is great for the playing group.
Yeah, it means they can head straight there after work and get home late one night, but still have the weekend with the family and still get their fix of LMS for the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is that almost as popular as your weekend leagues, your midweek leagues, or not quite?
Not quite, but
Is that due to venues or is
Yeah,
that?
it is. That is the difficult part. The fact you can only have the one match per field. Whereas on a Sunday we'd have grounds that would have 4 games per ground, and then also just the work commitment. So our major hub for midweek cricket's a place called Moore Park, where it's very close to the SCG, and we've got some great fields there, which are very close to the city, which makes it very convenient for the office workers of the world. Yeah, so other places are a little bit trickier based on teams' work commitments.
And the new stadium at Moore Park?
It's fantastic. I went
Fantastic.
to a couple of games there, saw the Chookies winning the stadium opening, which was great, and then I was there for them to...
And you saw the Chookies lose?
Yeah, that was a sad day. But no, it's fantastic to see the new stadium available.
Just say we'll take a 5-minute break. We'll just take a 5-minute.
Yeah,
Just going to
cool.
take a 5-minute break. Hey, Brisket. Hey, packed already. Before you got to go back and pack the trailer.
I've got all my gear packed. I'll pack them theirs and fill in the trailer while I come with this gear. So I'll obviously take this, your bag, everything of yours, and put it in my garage.
Yeah.
And leave the trailer at mine, and then Sunday I'll bring it all the way to the beginning.
Yeah. When you drop the van back,
Yeah. I'll give it all a good clean.
don't know what I mean is, can you drive my Range back to your place?
Oh, is it at?
Yeah, I left it there. I left the keys there. So your wife doesn't have to follow you to pick my car.
Yeah, perfect. That works well.
So if you just take
And
the
when's
van
it
there,
got to be back by?
Tuesday afternoon. 4 o'clock Tuesday.
Oh, sweet. So I can. Yeah, I'll do that Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we get 5-6 hours up the road today. Wake up and be home by 1-2 o'clock hopefully. I can drop everyone off, do the rounds.
Just tell the boys just to leave everything open. I'll just do the sweep of it tonight.
Buy our rooms. Well, my room's spotless. I've already done
I
that.
can imagine.
It's just the other boys who might want to double check.
Yeah,
But I told them all. I said, boys, it's got to be clean. Everything's got to be right. We don't have extra fees.
I reckon you guys will end up at home tonight.
I don't think so because they're all keen to watch the footy. So
Yeah, but after the footy, there'll be somebody that won't drink that will offer to drive. So if you're going to get to Coffs,
you know what? That's not. Maybe I can even suggest that to them. I'm happy not to drink if everyone wants to do that, but that still means we're getting home late at night.
yeah, but sleep still in bed.
Day early, yeah.
Day earlier, sleep in your own bed.
It just depends if Sandro can find
Most of the
somewhere
boys
for.
will sleep, we were still out at 2 o'clock this morning. Fucking Brady got his kick out of the fucking half.
Did he?
Well, he wasn't even hammered. Some guy walked up as he was in the line, he had a smoke and a Jimmy can in his hand, and the security guard told him to get rid of it, so he drank most of it, and Brady goes, I'll give it here, mate, I'll put it up here for you. And the security guard saw it and said, get out.
Well, that's right. At least.
No, that was rotten, really.
All right. Yeah. So I'll make sure everything's left over so you can.
So yeah, just leave my Billabong bag there, because I'll take that with me to Adelaide.
And what's your fridges? Yeah, no worries. They'll be left in there anyway, so I'll know which ones they are. Is that white esky yours?
The white grey esky, yeah, that's
One
mine.
we've been using.
And then
The fridge one. on you.
monkey fridge with the top, it's got the cover. Yeah, that's my fridge.
Fuel. Have we got? how
I'll
much-
transfer you.
Yeah, I was going to say.
400.
Sandro said he'll cover it, and then we'll let me later.
Just
Just transfer it to Sandro's man.
I don't have the details. I've probably got it all.
I'll just transfer it to mine.
Can you do me a favour? Because I'll probably do this for about the next hour or so, and I'll try to get a break, and then I'll get on my phone and I'll transfer you the money.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it should have a food. Oh no. It'd be good if somebody else could take over, so I'd like to go get some breakfast. Yeah.
So for us here, it's traditionally what
All you need to do now is they're turned off, so I turn them up to between 6 and 7. So between 6 and 7 is where they need to be.
and that's all we have to do.
Yeah,
Just turn them up to
that's
6
still
and
ready to
7.
go. So the stream's still going.
Yeah.
All you just watch is that green light's on the whole time.
Okay.
Which, while you're commentating, to be honest, it's perfect.
Okay, Benny Vaughan's going to step in and KB will be back, so we'll have more. And Benny's happy to do loads today. KB's happy to do loads. So,
Okay.
should you want to.
Awesome. And then I'll show KB how to start up the next game.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Not a problem.
The minutes run down the corner, is it?
Mate, that would be a
Mine still
bakery
shows
down the road.
scoring offline. Is Trent gone or is he?
Oh, Benny, yeah, can you just step in while I try and set up this game? So start the second innings. Try that one.
So, apologies for those technical difficulties, but we've got it all back working again, and we just saw Tomo dismissed, bowled, and that brings Chris Corbett into the crease. Great inclusion for primary club since coming down to Sydney a few years ago. Used to be with the tradies you can't trust up on the Gold Coast, and we won a couple of national titles with them. But yeah, now living and working in Sydney, so applying his trade with primary club. We'll see how he can get on, if he can dish some of the punishment that he received back to the Greeniez bowlers. And their first ball, a big windy woof and another dot ball. And Corby's bowled. Jeez, second ball duck for Corbs. And the primary club are in a spot of bother here, being 2 for 25 with one ball left in the third over. This over being a tremendous over from the Greenies, showing the value of getting the ball on the stump, so outside off stump, and proving the batting is not very easy out there with the ball skidding on from the left arm spinner. You see Jason's got the figures of 2 for 1 with one ball left in the over, and finishes off very tidy over with just a single there by Damien Langley. Finishing 2 for 2 off that over. You would think that's probably going to get him a second over, with only 3 bowlers being able to bowl 2, and 2 bowlers bowling the 1 over in this 8 over fixture.
Oh, yeah, that was a massive over there, and yeah, losing guys like Trent Thompson and Chris Corbett, it'll be hard to see primary club bouncing back from that. They're the 2 guys that they really would have depended on the runs, you would have thought, Benny.
Yeah, you'd think so. They've still got a bit of batting with Langers and KB at the crease, but yeah, you'd expect Tomo and Corbs to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting. See, Langers more of a classical batsman, Rob?
He is, yeah. He hits quick 50s, but he normally takes a few balls to get his eye in, and then he goes hard and big once his eye's in. So, yeah, maybe this 7 overs left of this innings, difficult time for him to really get going quickly. Important note, you'd say, for KB to retire here. He's on 18. He's helped out with another wide there, so I'm not sure how many wides KB's been helped out so far. He's moved on to 19 off 8 balls now, but a lot of those were wides, I think, Benny.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually hit a ball yet, Rob. He's just been happy to leave all the balls down leg side, and
yeah, I mean, without these wides, Greenies would be all over primary club at the moment. Oh, is that straight in the middle? No, it's cleared the fielder, and it's 6. It goes all the way there. So, well, KB is showing that he's not all about wides. He can hit the ball too.
yeah, and he's almost at his retirement, so retiring at 30 in these games now.
That's what we're doing. So even though it's half the format, 10 over games, which you'd assume it's going to be a 25-run retirement, we're doing 30-run retirements because, as you all know, on the LMS website, it counts your 30s and your 50s, so at least it's a little milestone that batsman can reach. So let's see if KB can get that. Gone hard, but that's just going to be a single out to deep extra cover. They should be able to come back for a second, and they do. But what was that? It was almost like the fielder was foxing in there, just trying to get them to go that second and backing his throw, but then the throw wasn't up to it, Benny.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem. If you're going to fox, you got to have a bullet arm to back it up. You know, nothing worse than just ambling in and letting the team run 2 when you think you've got a better arm than their ability to run 2s.
Gets over it there. Surely that's just going to be a single. Oh no, he's misfielded it. And yep, so 2 there. So KB comes back for 29. So this will be an important retirement for primary club. And despite that over and those 2 wickets, the other fairly loose overs from Greenies have still kept primary club in the game here, Ben.
Yeah, it's very interesting that you have two wickets in and over, and yet you're still going at 10 and over at the required run rate.
That'll be the retirement for KB. Just a single there to move on to 30. So who have we got next for primary club? It looks like Grant Barnes, I would have thought, coming in next.
Does look like Gumby. I guess who else have they got left? They've got what, Gumby, Frito. But yeah, we'll have a look at the score here. Let Neil know that.
JB, isn't that the retirement? Isn't that?
And yes, finally got the word out there that it is KB's 30. I think he's a little bit disappointed to be walking off there, Rob, but he's only just started to get some balls to hit. And
Yeah, I don't think,
see you later.
Absolutely, I don't think he's batted in front of live streaming too much, KB. So at least he's got that retirement in there. We normally hear him on the other end of the mic than other end of the camera. So
Yeah.
great to see him score a few runs, but not much else from the rest of the primary club boys so far. Benny 7 Norton 2 from the much vaunted. Well, 2 Langley's not out, but 7 North from Ronnie and Thompson, 2 gun bats. Oh, there we go.
What are you doing, Gumby?
Very unorthodox first ball in a 10 over run chase when you're going for 10 and over. But you know, Grant Barnes, who are we to judge him? He's got an LMS century, so you know he's obviously got a bit about him.
Yeah.
Another one that likes to get his eye in and then go big.
Maybe he's seen the 2 wickets of Jason's first over and gone, I'm not going to be a third. And he's thought, I'm just going to try and get up the other end and let Langers do all the work for me.
There's a bit of pressure on Gumby, aka Grant Barnes here. Real LMS veteran, very much loved guy, very top friendly, chilled guy, but God, I saw him when he emerged from his bedroom this morning because he's staying in our apartment. And he didn't look in a good shape, so I'm wondering if that's reflecting itself in this batting so far. A couple of big swings in a forward defence and not much to show from it so far for Gumby, but he's still got a bit of time. They've still move on to 40 for 2 after 4.3 overs, so 43 required. Off 17 balls though, that's the issue, right? It's getting up to like well over 2 runs a ball now required.
Yeah, that's where it certainly gets hard. You think usually 12 and over in a normal six ball over games is probably where it's 2 a ball, looking a bit harder, and well, now in LMS with 5 ball overs, sort of that goes down to 10 when you need 2 a ball. We see a drop catch out there. Good effort out there in the outfield, but unfortunately spilled.
So he had to do a bit of a diving forward with it with his legs in the wet out there. It's the last ball of the 5th over here, and it needs to be a big one from Gumby. Again, he doesn't quite get a hold of it, so 1 off 4 for Gumby, and things are looking very difficult for primary club now. 41 for 2 after 5 overs.
Just had another 41 required.
42 needed from 15 balls. Just had a shout out online. Another primary club player of the past, Benny Miller, who a lot of you will know. Veteran of many national champs and a legend in the Sydney comp. It's his birthday today apparently, so happy birthday Benny Miller.
Happy birthday, Benny. Hopefully get to see you out running around with the Colts soon. No, Trent's shaking his head. Colts not entering a team this summer.
So this last 6 balls has really nailed it, hasn't it, for primary club Ben? I mean, well, including that one, another single. I mean, that's just 3 dot balls and 4 singles in the last 7 balls. You know, if you're chasing 83 in an 8 over game, that's a real killer.
Yeah, very much so, Rob. But we'll see how the rest of this over goes. Still have a chance here for the primary club. Big over here, make a big difference.
It's got hold of that one, Gumby, and has that gone through extra cover 4, or will it slow up in the deep? I think it has gone all the way, so a good shot through extra cover there from Gumby. Takes pressure off him after the first 4 balls. He moves on to 5 off 5.
Maybe the extra pace is helping him. Less time to think, just swing the ball, swing the bat, and hopefully makes a connection.
Now to his confidence, no end of good. So 37 required from 13. So Greeniez from the Northern Rivers, strong favourites here against primary club, the Sydney champions, in this 8 over a side reduced game.
I guess going into the game you would have had primary club as heavy favourites, but proving that such a short game can make a difference.
Well, as he said, once Gumby gets his eye in, he's a class batsman, LMS century to his name, which not a lot of us can say, and that's a 6 for Gumby down the ground, moves on to 11 off 6 balls now, quite a difference from 1 off 4 balls.
Very much so, and that's 11 off the 3 balls of this over so far, Rob.
There we go, wide outside off stump, good response there from the bowler, excellent work from Isaac Daru.
Would have thought Neil would have had his had his arms out, airing the armpits out.
Yeah, decent delivery from Isaac to come back there. Benny, have you got a century to your name in LMS?
I do. I've got one, and a near miss just about 2 months ago. Hit a 97 2 months ago. And
Did you fall short? You got out? Or
yeah, I got out with about 8 balls left, and
that's disappointing.
team requiring about 30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you really
LMS
need to take
century.
your chances. When you get a chance for an LMS century, they only come around once every so often. So, anyway, well, only 2 overs left now, Ben. 10 balls required and 30 runs required for the Sydney Champions Primary Club. So, Greeniez from the Northern Rivers looking well on top here, thanks to a couple of brilliant overs from Jason Castle, the captain of Greeniez. 2 overs, 2 wickets for 4 runs. I mean, that's a match-winning bowling performance in the context of this game.
Very much so. But Primary Club's still a chance with the home run in play, so you never know what might happen with that 12 off the last ball.
Well, a single there. They need to go big here. So what has Damien Langley got? He's a class batsman. He used to play first grade over in Western Australia. Bowling all-rounder, but still a very class batsman, having played at almost the highest level. And there we go. So Langley getting going now. 6 over mid-wicket.
It's a very nice shot there from Langers.
So what's he got? This is the big over. If he can just get hold of 2 more of these, Ben, then it will make the last over interesting. But he really, 8 balls, 23 runs required, 3 a ball.
Yeah, not looking too good, but remember, I only need 11 off the next 7 to still be in with a chance for that 12.
They've hit 18 off the last 6, so doesn't get hold of that. So just a single down the ground, he'll be disappointed there. And what's Gumby got here? So 2 balls left in the over, 22 needed from 7 balls.
Just hope he keeps his shape, keeps his head down, eye on the ball, rather than looking at the clouds in the sky.
So I haven't quite got hold of that, but that could be 2. No, they've just gone the single. I think that's probably because Damien's backing himself to hit a maximum here, maybe. Or he's just not backing Gumby's pace and running. What do you think?
I think 2 would have been worth it there, but maybe Langers has got a plan that he's going to hit a 6.
Oh, good ball, right on his feet. So just a single there, which means that 20 is required from the last over. Well, Damien Langley's 1 over went for 19, so if Primary Club are going to win it, then he's got to better the over that he bowled, and he'll be on strike. So
Very much so, but I guess you got to look at how many he's on. Is he close to his retirement?
he's not. No, 12 runs. So he's on 12. Retirement at 30.
So I guess you could. Just depends how he hits his boundaries in auto. If he retires with 1 ball left, leaving it for someone else to finish it off, or if he can somehow masterfully do it where he's still there for that last ball.
So Jordan Holmes, bit of pressure on, coming on to bowl his first ball of the tournament and the last over of this game. Fires it down the leg side, and that's not what Greenies needed. In the last over, every wide is re-bowled, so that just reduced it down to 19 required off the last over. As we said, Damien Langley's 1 over went for 19, and he's a class bowler, so he'll be hugely disappointed with that and looking to make up for it here.
A couple of 6s he got hit for weren't small either, with 1 landing in the car park.
Oh, and that's a huge 6 from Langley, right over the clubhouse. Well, there we go. Well, that's what Primary Club needed there, and that does make things more interesting, Benny. 13 required off 4 balls, and this is a lot of pressure on Jordan Holmes. I'm really surprised they threw the ball in the last over to a guy to bowl his first over. I mean, I guess it's just sharing it around as well, but maybe Jordan's one of their gun bowlers, we don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess it's hard to know when you only seen him for the first time now, and it is the pressure of that last over. As we see Toby Llewellyn coming out to square leg, he might be coming in next, the big hitter.
It looks like he's going to be jumping ahead of Warby. Oh, another 6 from Langley. Well, is he making up for his bowling here? Now that does make things interesting, Benny. That is a wide and 2 sixes. So the first 2 legal deliveries of this over have now gone for 13 runs. So there's 3 balls left and only 7 runs required. I mean, we've seen some dramatic displays from Primary Club in the past, as you know, but this could be right up there at Nationals to come back from what seemed to be a completely losing position with just over 2 overs to go.
Yeah, well, they needed 41 off the last 3 overs.
Yep, so let's see. So they got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Oh, wow, Langers.
Well,
into
he's
the
done it,
car
hasn't he?
park. Mind
That's
my
it.
car, please.
as we said, once Langley and Gumby get going, they are class batsmen, and they just showed that, right? So this is really interesting, Ben, and just for all of you guys out there, I mean, an 8 over a side game, you've only got 40 deliveries, but these guys both got their eye in, and then they went hard, so it just shows you can actually, even in that format, you can chew through a few balls, but you've got to make sure that you get going after it, and these two definitely have, haven't they? And that's Damien Langley's retirement, so a wonderful 31 off 11 balls there, featuring 4 sixes. And when we look, and that, I mean, that's the changing point, isn't it, Ben? When you look at the last 7 deliveries, they've now gone for 28 runs.
Yep, and they have gone for Warby coming in, not Toby. I guess with only, was it one
run
win off
required
two
from 2 balls. Well, that's a bit of pressure, but they're backing Warby to. You don't want to be the one who faces 2 dot balls here.
Look, I think if it's me, I'm having a huge swing this ball, knowing that even if I get out, Toby's still to come in behind me. And obviously, if I make connection, there's a good chance.
Even though just one,
Let's get it
I
over
mean,
the
you
field.
know me, Benny. I'll just get bat on ball and run quick, and that's exactly what they've done.
Oh,
Can
it's
you
gonna
get
be
it in
tight.
time?
Oh, and Toby's given it.
Toby has given him. So Gumby run out. Well, could we have a tie here? This is
Oh.
a dramatic game here.
Would love to see a side-on view of that if Toby's just wanting to be the
Yes.
hero himself, or if it was actually quite comfortably
I
out.
did see a sledge from Gumby to Toby on the WhatsApp group earlier, so maybe that's revenge. Toby just firing him, right, I'm gonna face the ball here. Well, what a remarkable end to this game. Came into the last over with 20 required. 19 runs hit off the first 3 legal deliveries, leaving him 1 to win. First ball for Matt Warby, and Gumby down the other end is run out. Toby Llewellyn.
He does
many
love
of us
to be
know.
the centre of the show, though.
He does,
Being
that's
an
it.
auctioneer as well.
So
All
much
eyes on
commentary
him.
would have heard from him, auctioneer, the Super Series, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of you know Toby Llewellyn. His reputation and his mouth precede him. Let's see what he has
Surely
here.
Vinay Kumar's watching here and is going to give some revenge back to Toby if it's a dot.
He's done it. Well, there you go. Solid from Llewellyn. And here, well, is that all the way for 4? It is. Well, fair play. 4 off 1 for Toby Llewellyn. Good victory there for the primary club. Came from-
What a game that was. What a last 3 overs.
Yeah, that's probably one of the games of the tournament, actually. Some
You'd
real
say-
big
yeah,
hits.
definitely.
Well played to primary club. Everyone seems to be good-natured out there, laughing about it. Pressure's off now, isn't it, Benny? Without the finals on tomorrow, you know, guys just wanting to enjoy it and have a hit out there, really.
Yeah, I guess, especially if you've travelled from interstate, even down from Sydney. Took me about an hour 40 this morning, so it's still a long drive down here from Sydney, so you just want to get out there, get some games. Hopefully they're competitive and you have a little bit of fun out there. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of fun off the field, whether that's this afternoon or this evening or even into tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, terrific stuff there. Well played to the primary club. And Benny, I'm going to leave you, but I believe you're taking over the commentary for one of your favoured sides in the competition. Daily Batters up next from Sydney, and they'll be up against Wyong Warriors from the Central Coast.
Yeah, so it'll be a great clash from 2 teams that are fairly